M0FXB Hamtech, welcome to my channel. Just sort of practicing setting up, doing some live streams. We're going to be covering radios like the Yaesu Ft5D and the Icon 52, Kenwood D75, etc. So what sort of questions would you like me to, to be asking? Now I've set this up for the first time in, I think about 2 years, so it's quite a long time. Just here in my sort of gadget room, as you can see, cables everywhere. So what do we think about the Yaesu FT5? Well, I think it's fantastic value. It's VHF, UHF, APRS, GPS, Bluetooth. Basically used as a dual bander. It's 2 meters and 70 centimeters, but it has much wider receive coverage. Nice color screen. I think a very nice designed case. And a good size, a lot smaller, I would say, than the Icon 52. Hopefully you can see that there. I do use it quite a lot. Let's get it onto my node and see if we can grab that. 434550. And we want the mode is going to be FM, which it doesn't seem to be on at the moment. We can turn it on. Let's just try that one out. So I'm going to try and do some more live feeds eventually, once I work out the best settings really.
Very good audio and signal. Non-mic 6, Juliet, Yankee connected to M0FX.
Okay, many thanks. I've just been moving a few things around in the shack and just wondered if
So I'm going to go hi.
Working. I won't stay on, but thanks very much for the report. 73 from G0BZM.
Okay, thank you very much. 73.
I'm actually viewing HubNet at the moment. See if I can show you what HubNet looks like. We'll go add display capture, click OK. Oh, a lot of items in the way there. See if I can minimize it down. Da di da da. Yeah, that's not really very good, is it? So forget that for now. So once we learn our settings, then we can do some more lives. What I like about the FT5 is you can take the battery off and you can put it in your FT1, FT2, FT3. It's just such a nice size. It's just perfect. APRS is just so easy to set up. I do like the LEDs on the top. You've got the green for receive when you transmit, red, and they both work for the A and the B band. So have you got one? How long have you had it for? And do you prefer HubNet there? Do you prefer the 3? Or are you happy with the 5? Would you prefer to have a full keypad? Not the greatest signal.
That's okay, yeah, you're a bit of a jigsaw puzzle at the moment, unfortunately, trying to piece together what you're saying. See if you can give me your QTH. Whereabouts are you, over? QTH, Doncaster, South Yorkshire.
You can log into HubNet, download an app on the Play Store called HubNet, and you can listen to this live.
3 PM quite nicely, but I think you said you want a handheld. But yeah, see if you can improve your signal. GB 3 PM in Sheffield's got a lovely coverage, and it's a really good repeater, but you've got the lay of the land. The horizon isn't good for you where you are at the moment, obviously. 73 G0OMK, clear. Yeah, 73, thanks very much. M3 on Wednesday, clear.
Should we give a call? M0FXB calling for a contact.
Evening, Dave. Just waving around. I wonder if you've had much luck on 10 today. I haven't switched the wireless set on at all today, but I was just flicking through one of the local Facebook groups, and that covers the sort of Solent area, and there was all various people were posting stuff of far-flung places that they'd worked. I heard somebody on here earlier on today as well saying they've been working through that Canadian 10-metre repeater as well. This is G7 RPG for the avoidance of any doubt.
Hi.
Good evening, Pete. And no,
Listening
I'm
HubNet.
on the radio today. I've won, actually. I went on to the VK6AHR remote. I was chatting to Andy, G0SUM, a friend of mine in Camberley. We're back shot. Oh, VK's rolling in, and Tasmania and ZL. So I've just sent him back a message and said, well, look, we can make a hookup. So I had a quick 10-15 minutes with him, and I haven't touched the radio since. So, yeah, I've been under the cosh today, Pete. Loads going on the music side of things, on the radio side of things. So it's been a difficult day for me today, but maybe tomorrow. And it looks like things are happening then with the sunspot cycle. It's great news, over.
I reinstalled my computer the other day actually, and I forgot to put that software on, that remote hands. And as it goes,
Can you hear that radio all right?
Steve HOY was playing around with it, and he got it set up with his IC 7300, and I was able just to hop on there and just for
The years are rolling by.
made a few contacts on 40 metres using Steve's radio, and it worked really well. It was unbelievable. It was just well, you know how it works, don't you? But I've forgotten about the VK6 AHR, because of course that's a way to see whether there's if the propagation's running. Quickly hop on there, have a tune around. If you can hear the natives on there, well, not the natives over there, but the natives over here, then you know the skip's running. I think early in the mornings, you said time to have a quick listen on there. Is that right, Dave?
Pretty much, Pete. Yeah, 10 metres is open in the morning. Hasn't been for a few days. It's been a kind of hit and miss on 10, but certainly 20 has been rolling in. That's long part on 20 metres for VKZL, Japan, Asia, all kind of round that way. So yeah, it's been pretty good. How long it'll last, I don't know, because it's normally a seasonal thing, isn't it, when it comes to propagation? I don't know what's round the corner with this new sunspot cycle that's rearing its head. So as far as I know,
I'm constantly making coffee for my wife.
Nice long haul stuff coming in on 10 metres. Well, there was last week when I was up on the hill, as you well know, with my corned beef sandwich and my flask of tea and my lemon drizzle cake. So
That's HubNet.
I might do it this week, depending on what's going on, but I am pretty busy at the moment, Pete. But nice to hear you. I'm going to jump out, say 7-3, and nice to catch you on the hub there. G7RPG, G0OMK.
So anyone out there got an FT5D? Are they happy with it?
Yeah, what you need for next time you go out doing a bit of DXing is a Frey Bentos eye, apparently. Anyway, yeah, cheers Dave, good to speak to you this evening. And yeah, we'll have to try that little ground wave thing again next time you're...
How much is that on Amazon?
About somewhere. I don't know whether there's another pimple you can find somewhere.
I love mine. It does.
Shot, but I think my problem is always going to be the
APRS, Bluetooth.
But it was fun.
It's a pure joy to use, and it's a nice size. Let me grab my
in one direction.
My Icon 52.
G0OMK, G7RPG.
Icon 52. Where are you?
Yeah, okay. On the Frey Bentos. Yeah, there was a time when I took a liking to those, and I'd eat them regularly. But I always found that the inside of the pie, on the lid of it,
52,
had a problem trying to cook through. So I used to take the lid off and turn it over and leave it in the oven for I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes or something like that, and it would cook all the way through. It's like the pastry wasn't cooked, and it's kind of slimy. I don't know if you found that.
It's quite a lot bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, I found another pimple actually. It's quite a well-known spot for DXing. Quite a few of the lads, I believe, around this sort of neck of the woods go there.
I do like the 52.
So if you have a quick look on your map, you might be able to see whether the lay of the land is good between Ashdown Forest.
It's just so big, and you're too scared to drop it. I've got a leather case for my one.
I got asked the question about a noise floor the other day. I think it was Paul.
I've got a case for the FT5 as well, but I've lost it.
You can pick out a pin drop at the back of the box, really good. So yeah, I'm going to pop up to Ashdown Forest next time I go out mobile, Pete. 7-3, catch up soon, G0OMK.
Yeah, I've got it up on the map actually. Sorry, I know you want to go, but it was a Les, by the way. I haven't tried a Frey Bentos pie.
Yeah.
But
Open GD77 RT3S. I've got that here somewhere. Let me have a look.
Actually, whilst I was out foraging, the only one I could find was the snake and pygmy one, and it didn't really wasn't that appetising. Apparently, there's a curry one and an all-day breakfast one, so that's what I'm looking for. But Ashdown Forest is 51 miles from me, but you have got the downs in the way.
I've got the colour on mine, and it works brilliant. Now you can't see it great on this camera, but it's so good.
Midhurst, Storrington, that's a beautiful site, that is.
Too many radios, yeah?
Not a hell of a way, but quite a way for you. But Storrington was always a favourite of mine. It's pretty much the highest point on the South Downs. And there was another place, there used to be a fellow I used to chat to on 80 metres.
That's G7 RPG, so interesting.
We had an eyeball one
lovely,
night.
lovely guy.
Bit of nighttime, 80 metres.
Makes the G7 RPG nodes.
Meet somewhere, and it was somewhere around that Ashdown Forest, and it was up on a hill, and it had a cricket club. That's all I can remember. But that was a brilliant site as well.
Trying to live stream some of these radios.
Anyway, right, I'm waffling. Cheers, Dave, 7-3.
See if I can add it to the view. Give it a go. Add.
Bringing a map up on my phone. Yeah, okay, Pete. Yeah, I'll pop up there. I don't know what the ASL is for Ashdown Forest, but I'll find out. There's 2 or 3 spots you can go up there. Quite big car parks as well. And you find yourself at the edge or the end of one of the car parks. I took a drive up there about a year ago, actually, just to see what it was like, check out the hide site. But you're quite right, there's the downs in between.
Some radios,
there,
yeah?
But you never know. You never because where I lived in Camberley, to let you know, I was quite a nice ASL at 12, and I could hear pretty much two sides of the conversation. Luton from Brighton up on Devil's Dyke, and I'd be sort of smack bang in the middle, and you could hear both sides of the conversation. You get out for miles and miles up there. Really, really good. It just goes to show the higher you go, the better. Yes, I think that's it, Pete. Knob, yeah?
Right, here's the
I've got two other
Icon
items of
50.
business. One of them is I'm just about to send you an email, which is an LOS map, the line of sight, and you just put, you click once on the map, and then click again, and immediately it will give you the distance, the terrain path. There is another one, there's the Solwise surface elevation tool. This one's a little bit easier to use, and it's really, really quick and simple. Just to drop two push pins, and you can move the pins around, and then you can see straight away for your radio pass. That's one article of business, and the other article of business is I think I heard someone talking about it, the 145 Alive thing, which is due up sometime in May. And it's passed me by loads of times, but I'm thinking about, there was nothing at all down this way, nobody at all.
Right, hopefully you can see some radios.
But there's a couple of little nice high spots here. Butster Hill's
So lots of keep looking down, I need to look at the messages. Hi to Manuel, GT Retro World. Nice to catch you. KK7PRZ.
Thinking about Dave, mind you, it's not, I think they normally have them on a Saturday, and it's not a good day for me, or you, I think.
A Yaesu,
Anyway,
yeah, FT5.
Anyway, cheers, Dave.
Oh, if you saw my if you saw my radios, you would laugh.
Okay, Pete, I'll check on the email and
Big time.
click on the link. Yeah, thanks for that. Always handy to know
I'm
where we
on
are and
HubNet,
what we can see,
so
or horizons, line of sight, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's good.
if you want to go on
So it's a
HubNet
bit like a
via
Minnesota, I should imagine, isn't it? Summits on the
D-Star, it's
air.
XLX
Got on a hill park up. But yeah, I think if
477B.
that's the case, then you really need control, say, on different parts of the UK and volunteers to go up. And I do know about
Oh,
it.
it's a beautiful
I think
radio,
it's quite right.
though.
I think it's on a Saturday, or is it a weekend thing? I don't know. Complete weekend, but yeah, not a good time for me either, unfortunately. But yeah, worth maybe looking on.
That's an RT3S.
Green and see what's going on.
We've also got
Right, definitely gone. Bye bye.
the new somewhere.
Yeah, knob, G7 RPG.
I'll show you one you want to see. That's the 75.
Sorry,
So what do you think about the price of the D75?
And the call, this is G7 RPG Peter here.
I always make typos, don't worry about that. So the time here in the UK is 8:30. UV25. Which one's the UV25? I looked that one up. Both on UV25. Looking that one up. UV25. Oh, that's a nice looking radio. I definitely have not got the UV25. There you are, there's a first.
I did hear you call earlier, actually.
So what kind of videos would you would you like me to do? I tend to wake up and just choose what I almost thought about when I was sleeping, and I wake up and I walk in my shack, which has got, as you know, many radios, and I just start making videos, and then next thing you know, 5 hours have gone. Look at this funky hotspot here. That is smart. That's called, on AliExpress, it's called the R Finder. And do you know what else we can fire up while we're here? We can fire up my Meshtastic device with a battery. I like this one, it's called the LilyGo T-Beam. Let's fire it up. We'll fire up 2. Got another one here. Okay, fire them up. Yeah, several hotspots here. Let's fire up the LilyGo. And we're going to leave that here in the background. Does it need charging? It might actually need charging. So that's, like I said, G7 RPD in the background. Anyone had to go with the Meshtastic stuff? Right. Micro USB on that one. Sure, I've got an adapter here somewhere. Okay. Right. Found a cable for that. So we're doing Meshtastic as well. Let's move this round. See if we get this Meshtastic so you can see it. There it is. I've added a GPS module to one of the ones I've got. So which do you prefer, FT5? D74, D75, what's your favourite? Yeah, definitely get a hotspot. Oh, the DV10. Definitely got a DV10 here. You know what's good about the DV10? Ta-da! So the DV10, why do we like the DV10? It's got a very bright white screen. It should be colour. And the reason it's so amazing, it's actually, I know it doesn't say it, I know it's AOR, but it's actually made by Yaesu, this one. It's too bright for you to see the screen, but it receives DMR, D-Star, Fusion, HF, PMR, GMRS, Marine Band, Air Band, and it receives it well. It will even record. It's actually quite straightforward to use, but with any scanner there's a massive learning curve. So it's got a nice orange keyboard, but it's a very expensive device. You know, you're talking £900, which it's a lot of money. So you've got the T-Beam on 433, and what do you listen to on 433? 2 from Amazon. Is that the T-Beam that you bought? KK7PRZ. I'm going to look up that UV25. Thank you, GT Retro World. Give us your first names, please, everyone. Heltec version 3. I've just converted my Heltec version 3. I'm going to grab it because what I did, I've added a GPS module to it. You can actually do that. So there's my Heltec version 3 here, but you buy this board and this GPS module here. I've made a video on it, how to wire it. There's receive and transmit for the GPS, and then live and earth. It's not hard to do, and then you can add GPS to your Heltec version 3, and you change a couple of settings and it works great. And there's a guy that makes, I know there is in the UK, that makes a case that holds everything. I do recommend you go for the Meshtastic system, because it's fun and it's inexpensive and it's real. You know, you're actually sending messages. So, Ham Radio Crusader, how you doing? Just thought I'd jump on for half an hour and tinker around. I don't normally do lives, but I just fancy doing a live. Why not? For a change, here in my shack. You don't want to see my shack. It's like crammed with goodies. So if anyone wants to see anything, tell me now and I'll grab it. So hi Neil. Anyone else going with the first name? Ham Radio Crusader, I love watching your videos, by the way. G0 FVT, give us your first name. And yeah, try it out. PM me or say hi on any mode. It's not hard. They're basically mini radios, and to add the firmware for the Meshtastic is literally click, 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 and it's on. Yeah, you know, you're on there already. It's not hard at all. David, thank you, David. And hi, Ray. Oh wow, Ray. Well, the DV10, you're not going to regret having that. There is a learning curve. There is some software out there to help you with it. The upside to the DV10 is that if you take the SD card out, it still works. Ham Crusader, why don't I know your first name? Is it Fred? Give me your first name. Oh, thanks KK7PLZ. The RT3S, I need to dig it out. It's an excellent radio. I recently got the Bofung DM1701. I'll show you that. This is the Bofung DM1701. They're only about £50, and it's got the OpenGD77 firmware preloaded, and it's excellent. It's actually got satellite mode. Let me see if I can show you satellite mode. Right, it's in satellite mode now. See all the list of satellites that are about to fly over. Okay, and then I press. Look at that. Look how cool that is. And it even gives you, if I go up and down, the Doppler shift and the frequencies to transmit on, and it actually counts down and tells you when the satellite's going to go over. So you can see the RT3S next to the 1701. I recommend every radio that I've got. I actually recommend. So yeah, it is Freddie. I thought it was Freddie. And you'd be surprised how often I watch other YouTubers' channels. I watch them all the time. Massive respect. Not just for YouTubers, just for ordinary people that just play radio and they want to film it. OpenGD77 is fantastic, isn't it? I've actually got the 9600 running the GD77. So, what's the best radio out, everyone? You know, HT. What's the best HT out? What do you reckon? Do you think the Kenwood D75 is overpriced? Do you think, or do you think it's worth £800? It's a DM Delta Mike 1701. It's on AliExpress. Make sure you get the one with GD77 pre-installed. Yes, and the colour version of the RT3S works well. Yeah, I do like the 75 very much, but the 75 at £800, the ICOM ID 52 at £500, with a bigger screen. I can send photographs out the box, you know, with no software, Bluetooth as well, GPS, waterfall. I have to lean towards the 52 as being a better buy. The RT3S is a classic. It's one of the first radios I ever got when I got into digital and DMR. Kenwood tax. Agree, Dave, about the 878. What Bofung have you got there? KK7PRZ, go again with your name. I mean, has everyone got a hotspot? Let me grab one of my favourite hotspots. Right. This hotspot is made by Carl at DV Mega UK, and he posts them worldwide. Now this one here is the 2.8 version, and he has posted many of these to America, and I just think they're fantastic. Let's get a charging cable or a power cable, get it working. Okay, we have power. To 0ZDJ, welcome to the live. So, this is the DV Mega Hotspot, touchscreen. It gives the flags of every country in the world. You can send POCSAC messages with it. You can change D-star reflector. It's just fantastic. It works on C4 FM, DMR, D-star, NXDN. You'll see it in a minute. It keeps a log of all the conversations you've had. La 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 la. Oh yeah, Dave, yeah, I've done the Blue DV and Pi-Star on the GD77. It's fun, isn't it? Recently I bought this box. I'll show you this box, and it will turn any 6-pin DIN radio into an Allstar node, and that is pretty cool. I'm going to go grab it and show you it. So this is up and running. I'll plonk this down here. So you can see that hotspot. Give that a minute. Let me grab this box. Where put that box? Is that the one? Yeah. So, see this box here? Okay. These are under £40. You get a couple of LEDs. I'll take the lid off. Lots of, you know, electronics in there. So what you do, you plug one end, 6-pin, into the back of your, say, Yaesu 817. The other end goes in, or the USB goes into a Raspberry Pi, like this, okay, with an Allstar image on the SD card, and your radio becomes an Allstar node. That's one of the coolest gadgets I've ever seen. It's made by M0AQC, and he sells them for under £40. And yes, he will post worldwide, and I just think it's a fantastic gadget. He also makes a very similar one that will make the same radio use Echolink. So although the Echolink's on your PC, you talk using the radio. How cool is that? So yes, DV Mega, Carl at DV Mega. It's better than a jumbo spot, but jumbo spots, they are very reliable. You know, that's like the Ford of hotspots, unless you got a bad Ford, that is. So the DV Mega, it's on Facebook. You'll find Carl there. Otherwise, PM me. I'll send you one. Oh, you were unlucky with the hotspots, but hotspots are life changing. Overnight, you have a repeater at home overnight, and C4FM, D-Star, DMR. You know, hotspots literally changed my hobby forever. Let's just reboot this one. So I haven't used this one for about a week, so of course it's gonna play up, isn't it? Because I haven't used it for a week. But we'll keep trying. And they're all wireless. You can plug a Ethernet into it, but they are actually wireless. Does anyone use the WPSD type Pi-Star control software? I know it's not Pi-Star. Hi Dennis, how you doing? Hopefully you're hearing me okay. Thought I'd do a live. A few gadgets here in the background.
Brilliant, thanks, Peter.
That's G0OMK on HubNet. I think I'm going to try and show you the HubNet live monitor.
Yeah, there is another one.
I'll try and do it. So we'll go.
It's complicated to use, but that one just kind of lends itself to just really quick and easy, putting a couple of dots on the map and sitting
HubNet monitor. Like so. And let's see if I can bring it in.
It's really good, and what I like about it is just simple, versatile. Just put your pin in one place where you plan to park. If you're going to be going for ground wave or something like that,
so
you just move your second pin around, and it will just bring up the elevation, and you can see where the best shot is. Brilliant, love it.
Right click, add. I'm just trying to add HubNet monitor, window capture. Click OK. It's very technical. Right, this is HubNet. If you haven't got HubNet, 1,000,000,000% add it to your group. Now to connect to HubNet, let me just click the right tabs here. You can listen online just by downloading an app. Oh, that's not working, of course. Ah, there it is, yeah. Listen online. If you go to your Play Store, move that out of the way. Download the word, put the word HubNet in and download it. Big fan of HubNet, I am. Yeah, leave that in the corner there.
An Ural. I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I have got a couple. I'll send you both of them actually. The one I've always used is the Solwise surface elevation tool.
I've got the 18650 battery here on my Meshtastic node. You'll see there, my Meshtastic node. Chugging away. I think the battery's flat. There you go. They all need charging up. You like the Anytone? Yeah, it's a good device, no doubt about it. What's the winter hung hotspot?
Amazing to see that there was nothing in the way and I was on line of sight.
I think the RT3S is a bit of a classic, but what they have done with the Anytone is they've packed in so many features.
I can add that then to my
You know, 500,000 contacts,
program.
proper promiscuous mode.
How can I put this? Align the two and see how they coincide. Anyway, thanks, really.
So I'm going to be doing some more live streams on different radios. I thought I'd jump in and do this one tonight. Over here in the UK it's 8:50. So if anyone's got any questions, ask now. We'll hang around for about another 10 minutes and then we'll do another one tomorrow.
Sorry about that, Les. I've just read it now.
It is Les, yeah. Hi Steve. How you doing? HubNet is literally like my second home. Yeah, I just love HubNet. One of my hotspots there. And that's G7RPD on there as well. GPS on the 878. Yeah, it's not great. You know what I've got? I've got a GPS booster. Cheers, Fred. Catch you soon. 7-3, mate. All the best. So, I've got a little GPS booster. They're about £10. One end connects to your GPS antenna. The other end, you plug into a USB connection. It adds, uses that 5 volts and some circuitry and a little board to boost your GPS. And so my GPS is better in this shack because of it. It's G7RPG there. Always getting messages here. Okay.
We've only got a Tesco's Express here and an Audi. They didn't have anything at all.
ICQ podcast. I've not used that.
Find the other one. Or was that the Tesco Express?
No, you can't use a K6 with DMR or D-Star. The thing about HubNet is you can use it on an Allstar node, but you'd have to get an Allstar node or find a link that's near you. Yeah, it's true on the GPS. So anyone out there got a Yaesu FT5D that they are happy or unhappy with, because this video is really about that. I think the Yaesu FT5 is actually a really good price. Do you think you can buy them for about £400? Ah, the Albrecht. Hi Sean. I have got my Albrecht here. Let me show you my battery. Okay, this is the battery made by Dwayne for the Albrecht.
Yeah, I've got no idea.
It literally lasts for ages.
I can see by the colours.
Inside it's got lots of batteries like this.
Looks like it might be a bit of a ridge near
Okay, those type. And it just works great. Dwayne in France is on Facebook. I've also got the Midland 42 CB. That's the Midland 42, which does actually fit that battery, but it's a bit of a tight fit. So yeah, I've definitely got a few CBs lying around. How about this one here? QT CB58. They're not expensive. You can actually get them for about £80, £90. It's a big CB walkie-talkie and it works well. I've been playing around with the scanners today quite a bit. Icon 50. That's a popular one. Here's the Icon 50 now. Are you glad they made the Icon 50? Do you think it was worth it? I mean, it works well, and it's okay price. We can turn this one on. FT1D here. Grabbing both ones now. Both on 17, both on 21. Good sets. Very inexpensive. You get a lot for your money and they're solid. Like them. How about that? A UVK5 orange style. For what I think it was like £12. Nice blue screen on this one. Thanks very much, Sean. You might get one in your Christmas stocking, FT5. Actually, the one that's really good value is the FT3D, because they're selling at around £200 and they're virtually the same as the FT5. No, I've never seen that, John Paul. Never seen that at all. Yeah, I agree with the FT60. You know, bit by bit, China are making these batteries for all models of radios that will accommodate the USB-C. Just be patient, and I bet you they bring one out for the FT60. The cheapest C4FM is the Yaesu FT5D easily. You'll get a second-hand one for £100, and it works great. You know, I've got mine here. I don't know if it might need some battery charge. That's your FT5D C4FM dual band radio. I'll tell you now, apart from the fact that you need a spare battery because the battery is rubbish, it'll do 7 hours, mine, which is, it'll probably do a bit more than 7 hours. I'll put that on charge later and then we'll have a little play with that later. DTMF, C4FM, VHF, UHF, air band, probably marine band. So you get a lot for your money with the FT5D. regarding the FT3 and the FT5, what they've done, the main difference is it's a bassier speaker, and the PMG mode, you know that when it you got the, I don't know if I can bring it up, PMG here, it's been a while since I've used it. Right, PMG looks like that, and they've done a better version of the PMG on it. I don't think the FT3 has got PMG. Let me know if I'm wrong. So you have these graphs that appear on the screen of activity. So each graph could be a memory channel. And so if it gets active, the graph bounces up and down, you see the activity, and it can actually stream across them. It can actually, you know, almost scan across the graphs. And so that's the FT5. The tinniness of C4FM with an FT3D is quite sharp with certain stations, and that's why I ended up going for the FT5. But the case of the FT3D, I think, is a nice rugged style, and I do miss that case. Keep listening to Peter. So everyone checking out the Meshtastic. Look at this one here. Meshtastic off-grid device. Let's get some power into it and see if we can fire it up. Find some power. Right, there's one Meshtastic. Okay, there's another one there. Off-grid. If you've never heard of Meshtastic, it's basically a mini radio, a mini packet radio. That's what I call it. And it doesn't need 4G, it doesn't need your broadband router, it does need Bluetooth Wi-Fi. Well, no, let's get it right. It does have a radio inside it. It has Bluetooth Wi-Fi to communicate with a device so you can control it. But it's completely off-grid. You can connect it to your computer using a serial connection or Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, and that's where you get the is it EL32 thing. So I agree with buy lots of cheap Chinese radios. They're fun, you know. That's what I think. Better than buying chocolates. Yeah, agree, Dennis. Get yourself a HubNet node, honestly, or make one. Make a node. You'll never look back. BT Onera, BT68. What's that? I'll look it up. Let's look that one up. I don't know that one. BT68. Oh, I'm not seeing that. Send me a link to that. I'll look it up. The BT Onera for £4.95. Flying Ryan. Oh, FPV. Yeah. Well, you know I've got drones here. I've got the I've actually got the Avata. Here's one. It's like a little bat. Open it up. Next thing you know, you're flying around filming the world. I just think that fantastic. I love flying drones, but I do like playing radio more. I've got my avatar here. I've added some bumpers to my avatar. Look at it, how cool is that? I can literally fly it with a joystick. It doesn't stay up for long, 15-20 minutes, and you've got to land it because it uses so much electricity. But I tell you what, it's the best fun you'll ever have. And I flew it in my garden the other day and I called it a sports car, and the video had 60,000 views. That's how popular it is. It is literally like a flying sports car. I love it. Any contacts here? 2 minutes ago we actually got a contact. Probably from me. So you control these with your phone. Peter's been busy tonight. Oh, thanks for the link, Dennis. I'll check it out in a bit. 20ZGJ, welcome. You got a refund? Oh yeah, it is bad. I prefer the LilyGo one, to be honest. The big LilyGo one. LilyGo T-Beam, because it's got a built-in GPS, built-in everything basically. Yeah, it's true. I know what you're saying, Dennis, about drones. I haven't tried that with the IJV, sending messages, Sean. Thanks, Ray. Cheers, Ray.
Yes, sorry, I didn't catch that. I got Paul, but I didn't quite catch where you said you were operating from. My name's Peter, by the way. And I'm in
Pro 3. It is fantastic as well. It's one of my favourites. T-Beam on the way.
Alright, okay, no problem.
Too right. They're just such good fun, aren't they?
It sounds like you're on some sort of digital mode, DMR or Fusion or something?
I'm new to drones, Ryan. Brand new. I flew them for about 3 months, and then winter came and they've been in a box, to be honest. I'm glad my Meshtastic videos have helped, because I'm brand new to it. I don't really know much about Meshtastic. So when you see my videos, they are literally me, learning. But I've really enjoyed it. I went upstairs, grabbed one of these devices, put it outside the window, and I suddenly started getting lots of messages from around my area, which is Bath, Bristol, Wales. And I just couldn't believe it. No, mine's on 868 megahertz. I've not tried 433. Someone sent me a link to monitoring satellites on 433. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Have a listen to HubNet a minute.
Yeah, well, I'm delighted to tell you it's working very well. As I say, no pops or squeaks or anything. The audio's good, nice and loud, not too loud. And gets 5 out of 5 from me. 7.3 G7 RPG.
Just for your info, Pete, it's just the one tower which it's on. I don't know where the triple towers are that you were speaking about, but as you come out of Guildford and head up what they call the Guildford bypass, about half a mile before the road actually splits, there's a tower, one tower off in the distance. So it's actually at the foot of the eastern end, the east side of the Hog's Back, or southeast side, I will say. Okie dokie.
they're massive. There's broadcast, there's a TV, radio, the ITV, BBC, DAB, all sorts of stuff up there. There's definitely 3 towers, and you can drive all the way up to the bottom of the mast, and you can stand underneath them and look up there. I've actually been there. So it's obviously a different site. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So that's where it is, roughly, somewhere around there. But I used to be able to get that from here. So if you were on the Hog's Back, I think it'd be possible, Dave. 73 G7 RPG.
Right, we're back.
I'll drop a pin in the map and see whether I can get down to you. Probably down the side of Petersfield, going down that way. I'm going to guess on the map, probably miles out, but it's a guess.
Okay, cup of tea now.
Thanks, Pete. 73, cheers.
Cheers. From the UK, 9:12 p.m.
Tell you what it is, Dave. It's probably the A3. The signal probably goes along the A3. Bounces along there. That's probably
Right.
how it works. Through the cutting at Petersfield. And
Yeah,
hangs a right onto
I do buy too many radios,
27.
and I have a lot of wives that are not happy with me.
Aren't they, Dave? Anyway, things that you don't think work and things that should work don't. So
Yeah, I've looked up the tiny GS. I need to look at that again. So, it was probably you that sent me the link, Dave.
Yeah, I often wondered why when I pulled up at traffic lights and turned left, my signal would go. I should have carried straight on. Cheers.
I'm just real regarding my YouTube. I love radios. I love techie stuff, but mainly radios. My background from a childhood is radios. And yeah, it's just very real. I just play with radios and film it, and I'm actually teaching myself. I'm not trying to teach anyone else. I'm actually teaching myself, and hopefully others enjoy that.
I'm not stopping. I'm going to go because I've got work to do.
True, yeah, good point about the needing a license on 433.
Just want to wave at, let you know you're getting out. Put some more calls out. Make it a bit of a nice long
Yeah,
thing.
so Flat Liner,
As many people
good evening.
come back to you and have a bit of a natter, but sorry, I can't stop.
And Carnival Flexing Diet, Louis World,
Yeah, well, Peter.
thank you.
This is G7 RPG. Name's Peter.
Yeah, my name's Warren, and nice to meet you too. But yeah, we'll have to do later on down the line.
Well done, Dennis. Lucky you. You got a good one there. Yeah, that's right about the low power. That's what Laura, the low power, and the batteries last for ages, don't they?
Disappointing news, Peter. Sorry.
I've got the oh, does it, Dennis? Yeah, I've actually got an M5 stack here with a 433 megahertz board. I loaded it on, and it comes up with a fatal error, so I couldn't get it working.
Quite strange. 132.
That's Dave on HubNet. Oh, did I turn that down too loud?
Cheers.
433-925. Sit in the car park while it's raining on. Stop people getting into their car, lol.
5 watts. Mind you,
Tea. Cup of tea.
5 watts PP, that's quite a
No sugar.
ERP.
No sugar.
Again in that antenna. So, but lower frequency, so you know, hug
Yes.
around a little bit.
On 70 sems, yeah. PMR.
Less,
I've never used DPMR.
So, I don't know. It might be possible. It'd be fun to try anyway. If you ever find yourself down that way, let us know and arrange a sked.
Well, I think if you're at home and you're enjoying what you do at home, you're a lucky person.
GB3HN listening out for a call. I'm going to duck out of here because I've got stuff to be getting on with. I have to get finished tonight. So,
Yeah, Dennis, if you sent me a message and I missed it, I get messages coming from many different places, so I do miss the odd one. I do try and reply to every message I get. The problem with Discord, it kept on making me log in, I didn't realise that every time I logged in, it created a new account. So I've got like 6 accounts. But the Discord that I use now, let me just think now where that is. There it is there. I'll see what it's called. I go on to DigiPi and talk to Craig. Cheers, Sean. I'm going to close down myself soon. So thanks anyone for joining in. It's interesting. And yeah, we'll do some more lives. I'll try and do one live every week. Thanks, Sean. Will do. I'll try and do a live every week, once a week. Do a regular day. And dig out some of these radios and talk about them. So I think that's it. I think I'm going to call it a night. Finish my cup of tea. And thanks very much for joining in. And everyone's welcome, and it's great to make new friends. Bye for now. All the best.